Ahoy, mates! It's Viking pillaging season! So let's talk about it, dudes. Tribes of Midgard is an action role-playing survival video game developed by Norsefell Games and published by Gearbox Publishing. Played from a top-down view in addition to solo play, players can also form a tribe of 10 players and play cooperatively. In the game, the player assumes control of a Viking hero, male or female, who must protect the seed of Yggdrasil from enemies such as halflings, dark elves, trolls, and giants. During daytime, the player explores a procedurally generated world, collecting resources used for crafting new weapons, armor, and village defenses. At nighttime, the enemy will attack the player's settlement in an attempt to destroy the seed of Yggdrasil. And players need to collect the souls of the enemies and of gathering and of lumberjacking in order to sustain the seed's life. With each day survived, the enemies in the game will become stronger and more difficult to defeat. The game features 8 different gameplay classes, and each class has their own unique combat abilities, and the player can also collect runes which will modify their stats and attributes for said classes. The game also features 2 main modes: the story-driven saga mode and the more open-ended survival mode. In theory, this game has all the tools to be successful, and from the outside perspective of looking at the game without playing it, it seems like a Diablo-based type of game, but when you actually get into it, it leads you on to show how deceiving looks can be, because you're thrown into the menu greeted with endless microtransactions, as it seems like they're mainly cosmetic, but I did notice there was some weapons and shield in the shop, and I'm not sure if they have any gameplay effect or if it's just more cosmetics, because I personally didn't buy them to find out. Once you flip around and play through the menus, you get to a tutorial screen you must complete before actually playing through the saga mode, and this is where the gameplay loop sets in, as it didn't really gather my attention, as the tutorial basically guides you on what you're going to be doing every time you play this game. You create a session, you gotta gather, you craft your arsenal, and then you survive the waves. You have 2 level ups, one in game, and then another one is just a general profile level up that shows how much you actually play. And also, while you're playing the game, when you die in the game, you lose all your loot, and you must pick up your chest before it disappears. But the problem with that is you must remember where the fuck you are, because I died multiple times and lost all my loot. And with playing with 9 other people in the online map, I have no idea if they stole my loot or if I generally just lost it, because there's no indicator of where the fuck your shit is. So, yes, playing with 9 other people online seems fun, but everybody kind of just does their own thing, and it just upscales the difficulty greatly, which affects everything else in the game. People leave the gates wide open for the enemies to attack your settlement, which will kill your Yggdrasil, and then they just kind of either do it on purpose because they're lazy, or they want others to do it, or they're too new to understand the importance of gates. I don't know. I dabbled in and I automatically saw the importance of gates, so it's just maybe trolling. And I don't know, like I said, I don't know if others can take your loot, because I've lost my shit and I couldn't find it. And because of no indicators, and it really pissed me off. And then you got to go back to gathering, crafting, mining, lumberjacking every time you play the game and survive, and then do it all over again in a gameplay loop. It just kind of threw me off and left a bad taste in my mouth. And honestly, I believe this game is mid. Nothing grabbed my attention, and I just felt disappointed. Not saying that the game isn't good or it's not polished or complete, it's just not in my taste. The graphics are stunning for the art style that it chose. It has the colors that are smooth and vibrant popping on my screen in 4K HDR, and I only had one glitch from the map where I was fighting a mob and I fell off the cliff into a stone crack piece, like it was a little tiny small crack in between the stone and the cliff, and I couldn't move. The mob ended up killing me, which resulted in me losing my shit. I couldn't find my shit, but I was able to move again after I respawned, and I haven't had any crashes playing this game. And like I said, playing with 9 other people will vary. I would suggest playing with friends, but playing this game solo is not the way to go. You'll burn out, as it's just a ridiculous, mediocre grind that leaves me feeling pretty meh. Anyway, guys, we here at NGI give Tribes of Midgard a 7 out of 10. Make sure you stay up to date with all the latest in gaming tech news and reviews. Smash that like, and as always, subscribe. God bless and peace.